Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Casey.
Steven.
And Dustin.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
All right.
Good deal. First, I just want to give a shout out to our boy Jimmy. He had his surgery today, and we actually just talked to him a few minutes ago. He's doing good, a little groggy, as expected. But he should be getting out of the hospital the next day or two, he said. So our prayers and thoughts are with him. He appreciates all the support we see out there on the Dead Truth Podcast Facebook page. So y'all wish him well, and thanks for all the support.
Yeah, he seemed to be feeling better. He seemed to be feeling okay. Maybe he'll get back in here.
Yeah.
Do you have an update on the sponge bath count? Like, are they?
Oh, I brought that up.
He brought that up. Yeah,
I did.
One of them.
I always do that. I'll definitely I could go for a splinter in my finger or whatever. Okay, not from last week's episode, but anyway, I could go for that. I'd be like, can I have a sponge bath? You know, who's in charge of that? So,
yeah, I told him to get one of those Coming to America sponge baths, but we'll see.
I gotta watch that.
I see Oscar's on vacation in Orlando.
Yeah,
you have
really.
fun there, Oscar.
You stud.
I know, right? I'm on a vacation.
How come we didn't? You didn't take us with you, Oscar? What? I thought we were your boys. We're doing it live from Oscar's condo or whatever in Orlando.
That'd be cool.
Next time, right, Oscar?
Yeah.
Bring it. So anyway. So
huge shout out to our Patreon.
Oh, my bad.
Patreon backers. I was a little late with the link, so I apologize. We'll get that straightened out next week. I was new to that process, so trying to figure it out. And guys, what about that storm? So I know Noonan got hit pretty hard with some storms last week. With you guys are up in Tennessee. Did it creep up your way, or is it just northern Georgia?
I actually still live in northern Georgia, but
okay.
Yeah, we got storms, but it didn't even wake me up or anything. We didn't get anything. We got hit bad by a tornado, 7 or 8 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
That killed 10 people, so everybody gets on edge around here.
Right.
When something like that happens, and we didn't see anything here, but yeah, Noonan got hit pretty bad. And also they're taking donations at the Woodbury shop if anybody wants to go down there. And
good to know. Yeah.
I posted on my Facebook a list of stuff they need.
I just make sure.
There he is.
Hey, there's Jimmy.
look at him.
We were just talking about you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Yeah, come here and tell y'all I love you, and I'm doing a little better. Got my little room with a view, so I ain't doing too bad tonight.
What floor you
All
on?
right, guys, love y'all. Huh?
Love you, Jimmy.
Love you, buddy.
Get well.
Get well, man.
Wasn't that big.
I'll holler at y'all.
I'm glad.
Have a good night. I'll watch the show for the rest of the time.
Had some.
All right,
All
bud.
right.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a nice view. He said he's on the 8th floor. Got a good shot of downtown Noonan.
He probably thinks he's 35 floors up right now. Or more.
I know, right?
Blue sticks.
Seriously though, and I'm not saying, not saying nothing bad at all. My malfunction. Anyway, not saying nothing bad at all. But last time,
Front yard.
bless his heart,
Batteries all
he was so calm. It was like so much work than that,
They were charged up.
and I had so much fun with it.
Last year.
So much. You ought to be lucky I'm not there because it'd be so bad.
Front yard.
It would be so horrible.
Backyard.
That would probably be the worst friend of the year.
I hear you, man. You do it out of love, though, right?
Oh yeah, all that away. Not loving my microphone at the moment. We're fine.
Uh-oh. But Steven, what were you saying? The tornado?
Oh, I was just saying that they're taking donations at the Woodbury shop for Noonan, and yeah, it got hit pretty hard. I found out, let's see,
What else going on?
Casey, you've taken Big Zombie too, and when the movie tour was going, the big house that was used in. More recently, it was used in Lovecraft Country, but it was used with a house with a clock in the walls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so luckily that one didn't get hurt. I mean,
Gotcha.
but
some trees were down.
Yeah, there were some trees down around it, but there was a bunch of those older houses, man. That sucks. That got hit, and I heard of some of the older buildings,
Right.
like in the square.
Oh, wow. I mean, I know when I hear things like that, Harrison, those mills are, over 100 years old.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you hear bad weather like that,
It's always sad, because when you see the heritage that gets taken away, and trying to tie the apocalypse here to it, that's we as preppers, we as people who love this show should seriously encourage people. It can happen that quick. You never know just how isolated you can be, and being in Texas, living real world experiences. Even the first 2 to 3 days I was there, not having water and things, and I was like, I couldn't imagine going for weeks of it. And those folks there, but guys, it's real. Take heed, take warning, be prepared.
Right.
Pray for everything. But our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody. But it is sad to see some of the history. I noticed that for the Walking Dead fans, the high school, one of the scenes there.
Yeah.
The FEMA camp, with Shane and Otis, they're pretty bad. And,
I saw the pictures. Whew.
So,
it's crazy.
it is. I'm sorry I keep fidgeting with my mic.
No, you're good. And speaking of, I just want to reiterate what you're saying about, thoughts and prayers and with everyone there and everyone affected. I think I shared the link, but Patricia Ponder is one of the victims up there.
Oh, really?
And, she's, she was really good friends with Norman Reedus. I know they hung out a lot, when he was down here filming. And he actually shared her GoFundMe link on his Twitter account.
Oh, dang.
So that's pretty cool for, someone like him to do that for a fellow fan. So I'll double check. I thought I shared the link out there, but, I'm sure she could use help. So, if you can,
Yeah, Patricia's awesome people. I know you guys know her, but those of you listeners that don't, Patricia is by far one of the most genuine, real people that you'll ever meet. And I think that's why Norman loved her so much. And they did. They had a special relationship. And you'd see her and all of a sudden you'd be talking to her, hanging out with Norman. Okay. I'll let you go. We'll come hang out too, But no, she's awesome people, and definitely Patricia. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you.
Yes.
Around you in the community, and guys, if you can't help, that'd be awesome. Do what you can if you can. But unlike you, Casey, I think it's pretty cool. Seeing that just shows exactly what type of person she is, and life's about people helping people. So it's good to see her taking time, even though he knows her. Taking the time to do that's just an amazing thing. So,
man, coming from that Twitter account, that's going to get a lot of traction.
Exactly. All right, guys, well, let's talk about this week's episode. What do you guys think about last night?
What episode? I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's a good sign.
We talked about it a little before the show. I wasn't a fan. I actually just watched it. I've been pretty busy this weekend. I just watched it and I didn't like it that much. It just felt like it didn't even feel as good as a filler episode. And I'm not just trying to hate. I love the show, but I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it. I didn't get anything. I didn't walk away with anything. Like nothing happened or nothing to better the story.
Right. To further the story, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything specific that kind of bugged you about the episode?
Well, man, there was a few things like, I don't know. It just, a lot of it just there wasn't anything going on. I felt like, what was the point of them splitting up at the beginning of the episode if they're just going to meet back in Alexandria like the next day? You know what I mean?
Right.
And what happened in the meantime? Daryl fixed his bike and Carol chased a rat, you know?
Right.
I know there's probably symbolism there, but it wasn't anything that was just like, oh, dang, that's deep,
Right.
or, you know, anything like that. And then also, I couldn't stand that when we actually saw some, or I thought we were getting ready to see some action from Carol, like, you know, back in the day a little bit when those walkers came out, we got shots of like the flower, or not the flowers, but her bucket where she had like the vegetables or whatever. What was it? It was showing that with the stuff blurry in the background, the action. But, you know, I don't know.
What'd you think, Dustin?
I think that I'm going to try to change Mr. Stevens' mindset. Because while I love and respect my boy,
I love and respect the show. I don't know. I didn't care for it, but you try to change my mind.
I know you've got nothing but love, and no way it was an attack. I kind of feel like Stephen A. Smith right now on ESPN.
Don't do that.
Me against Stephen against Stephen. But no, you know, but I'm weird, guys. Y'all know that. I look at these little quirky things, and I actually study the show. You know, people hate watching The Walking Dead with me for the first time because I have to watch the episode, then I go back and I study. Okay.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that I pulled out immediately that I think is kind of some intelligent writing, I love the relationship between Carol and Dog. Okay. Because it kind of reminds you the little tiffs that Carol has with Daryl at times. She was having these same little rifts with Dog, you know, and they were having these little spats, almost like a I love you, but you're really getting on my nerves, getting on my personal type thing. You know, I really enjoyed that. The one thing that kind of jumped out to me at the very beginning when Carol and Daryl kind of split paths and they took that big Y on the road, you know, it means a lot more to me because that kind of takes us back to the farm. That takes us all the way back to the season where, you know, Daryl comes back to her. Then that they start talking about, you know, leaving together. They're just going their own way. What do they want to do? Can they go back to the farm? Can they go somewhere different? So they just ride off into the sunset. And when you see them just split off that easy, you kind of got to stop there for a second and pause and say, it's just now second nature to them. And how many times have they done that to us with these characters where you don't know if you got a guarantee of coming back. You know if you're never going to see that person again. So to see that and just to kind of see the, you know, the nature of everything, it just kind of really became kind of a flashback for a minute. But again, that's looking kind of deep. But, you know, there's a lot of symmetry there. The thing that I think the writers did great with Carol was her willingness to be needed. Like, she wants to be needed. She needed to be needed. And she kept emphasizing to Jerry, you know, what can I do? Okay. If you think about it, look how much Carol's been through. I mean, all the kids that she's lost, you know, that she's taken in as her own. And her biological kids. Just look at that for a moment and think about that this person has been through all this, turned into the badass that she was, and still wants to be needed. So that motherly instinct has never left her this entire show. And so for me to tie all that in together, I really enjoyed that. So I'll shut up for a minute.
I gotcha. No, I mean, you bring up some good points, but I'm definitely in agreement with Steven. I just didn't think it added to the story. And it's funny because I see a lot of comments. A lot of people, you know, said it was boring and too slow.
I agree. I don't know what the purpose was. I mean, I love it from the nerdy sense that I have.
Right.
It was like, why? What are you telling me here? You know? And in a realistic world, 2 military zombies, they're going to be the first 2 zombies that are hit. And they've been turned for a while.
You think those were Reapers? I was getting the impression those were Reapers. And somebody said that in the comments, but I thought that too. I thought it was part of the Reaper gang, maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because that dude was dressed the same way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in
you talking about the sniper guy?
Yeah, the I guess he was a Reaper or whatever. The guy that was like a super soldier.
Yeah, he gave the impression he was. That's interesting. That
Well, I mean, I
too.
thought he had on like not a uniform, but military. Am I wrong, Dustin? Didn't he have on like military garb?
They had uniform, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
The
not-
only reason why I would say it was not is only because they look a little decayed.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They didn't look freshly turned.
could be.
But that's interesting. That's interesting. I just took it as there might be like a base nearby. You know?
Yeah, yeah, that could be too.
Yeah. I did like the symbolism, Dustin, what you were saying about like of them taking separate paths. In fact, that was probably my favorite shot as they were taking the separate paths. But then at the same time, like Steven said, they got together by the end of the episode.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I felt like it was a 30-minute sitcom of like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where everything's resolved in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, where was the build-up? Where was the real conflict? And then what about like Carol chasing that rat? I saw Linda in the comments said Ratatouille. I actually thought the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I felt like I was watching Ratatouille.
Of like the flower, not.
And then what about like Carol chasing that rat? I saw Linda in the comments said Ratatouille.
Oh, what
I
happened?
actually thought the exact same thing. I felt like I was watching Ratatouille. Your microphone being unplugged. And then what about like Carol chasing that rat?
Not mine.
Linda in the comments said Ratatouille.
Oh, what happened?
About the exact same thing. I feel like I was watching Ratatouille. Is that Dustin?
There we go.
I don't know. It froze up on my end there for a second. And went crazy.
That was weird.
There we
I
go.
was like, who's that talking? Oh, wait.
That is the show gods trying to interrupt and say,
I hear you.
you better love this episode. Find that love.
Here's my take on it. I think that I kind of feel like that first episode, Home Sweet Home, was supposed to be like either part of the finale and they kept in some parts they were going to cut, or it was going to be the finale. And I'm hoping that Here's Negan was maybe supposed to be like the premiere episode of the last season. And so it will be good, but I'm thinking, these ones in between them just felt, because that first one felt different. It felt different. These ones in between, I know a lot of it's got to do with, COVID filming and stuff, but
Right.
a lot of it too is just like, so I don't know. I just still feel like, why didn't they just not do these if they were going to be mostly like that?
Right.
So let me ask y'all this, and like, so far, where does that fall on your best to worst of these bonus episodes? Because we were talking about, which ones we didn't like the most last week. Where does that fall for you, Casey? Because Dustin, he had some good points, and I know he liked it, but
Right. It's definitely either I would almost say it's the last for me, the worst. The only saving grace was Jerry. Got to see my boy Jerry.
yeah, that was good.
And I like the interaction between him and Carol, and I like it shows Jerry's attitude. He's caring and he's, always trying to check on those in the group. But yeah, unfortunately it ranks pretty low for me. You?
Man, I'm listening like I'm talking out both sides of my mouth here.
No, man, this is what it's about. Everybody has a different opinion.
Oh, absolutely. We're not. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I'm in agreement with you two. Even though I pick at these little moments, I think the totality of the episode, I have no clue what the writers were trying to tell us. Like, what is that supposed to be, a hint of something? Why are we focused on this rat the whole time?
Right.
But then, it was just like, and Daryl finding a Leatherman twice and then emphasizing that he found a Leatherman 2 times on the guys. I'm like, there was just a bunch of weird stuff there that, because I overthink. I'm like, well, what are they trying to tell me? They're trying to tell me something here. They're usually trying to tell me.
Well, let me say, let me ask this. Do you think they're trying to tell us, like, they're just trying to force Carol and Daryl down our throat because of the spinoff, or not force them down our throat, but maybe they thought people would react differently to this since there's going to be a spinoff. They put pretty much 2 of these bonus episodes have been Carol and Daryl episodes.
What if they're considering this as almost a pilot? If
Yeah.
a show on that
Yeah.
could work,
Right. Like if the feedback on social media from what I've heard hasn't been great, but I don't know
Right.
about like ratings. I don't know about
Right.
that. And
right? Yeah,
Well-
it may be a while for numbers to get out.
And
Yeah.
when it first started, I thought it was going to be kind of showing the separation and Carol not being needed and her dwelling and finding this dark place like she's found before. They did some flashbacks or something. And then when they had her chasing the damn rat the whole show, I'm like, I'm so confused.
Right. That's what was confusing to me. It was like you had Carol and the rat, and then you had Daryl looking for the tube, the
tube.
fuel line. And it's like, okay, did we really need to see that? And not only did we need to see that, did we need to see that in real time? Did we? I feel like we were flies on the wall. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so that's why I struggled with it.
it's like these four or Home Sweet Home was okay. The one with Ross and or with Aaron and Father Gabriel, that one was filler, but it was good filler.
It was good. Yeah, there was
It was
some
good filler.
Yes.
But the rest of them, it just seemed like it's just been like a whole season that you're just like, you know what I mean? And I really hope here just Negan's going to be good, and I really hope they knock it out of the park with the last season. I mean, surely they will. Surely that's why they're doing these filler episodes, because they have so many awesome plans for the final season that they don't want to get into that story yet, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting. Maria in the comments said that the knife that Daryl gave Carol was supposedly Leah's.
Oh, yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I mean, it could be, though.
Yeah, that's interesting. So is that symbolism of him letting her go, or,
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I just some form of symbolism. Yeah, I was
Right.
just saying, not letting her go, but some form of symbolism.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And also, it was weird. There were some editing aspects I thought were weird with it. Like, when we were talking about like Daryl and that military zombie that was coming after him while he was working on his motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
I need to rewatch that scene, but it looked like it didn't flow right. Like, it almost looked like,
It got
Daryl's
closer,
looking over here, but
quick.
then the zombie's coming from over here. You know what I mean? It was like,
I thought there were two. I thought there were two at first.
I did too, the way it was edited, right? But
Yeah.
It looked like there was only one.
Yeah,
So,
I seriously
I
did. I
was
thought there were
having-
two.
Yeah, I was having issues with the editing at that point. I was like, what is going on? Who's doing this? An intern? Yeah.
Well, I can see. I guess we should cut on some slack because this is just bonus episodes. This is, I
Sure.
guess, you know what I mean? Just to kind of,
Yeah.
I still can't fight the feeling of just saying they shouldn't have done it and just made the last season even better somehow. You know, I don't know.
Right.
But I'm gonna quit hating now.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not hating. And that's kind of Jimmy's thing with this whole podcast. I know we all have our own opinions. We're not here to, hoorah, we love The Walking Dead. We do, but it's, they can make mistakes, and we're fans. We're passionate fans.
I would like
Yeah.
disclosure that if the writers listen to this podcast and they decide not to do the Daryl Carroll spinoff, I had nothing to do with it, guys.
If the writers are listening to this podcast and they need somebody to write for a spinoff, give all three of us a call because we got very differing.
And we know the locations. We'll help you scout the
Yeah.
locations too.
Yeah.
I like arguing with Steven sometimes because he always throws out something brilliant. Like, I feel like I'm getting ahead.
Nah.
He throws out,
Hey, how cool would that be though if they did do a spinoff where they let a fan write each episode and it had to, it's like an anthology series.
That would be cool. I miss those web series. Remember? Yeah, you
got
remember those?
They've
little
got a
web
fear one
series?
now. There's a fear one.
Oh,
There's
I
gotta be
didn't
a
know
fear
that.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
this is one of my fun nerdy stories, right? So the whole red handle machete thing.
Yeah.
Cracking.
Yeah.
So I get in seriously, like it gets weird. Jimmy would tell you he would, when he comes back. So I started researching what kind of machete was it. How did they make it? Okay, I figured out where they bought it at, what brand it was. I get red tape, and it's literally within probably a week of most of the episodes being online. I finally get to watch it all together. I'm sitting in Jimmy's living room. I got our machetes. I got my red tape, and I'm wrapping it up. Right? Yeah, I love those things. So.
Yeah, and Red Machete was my favorite one. I've seen all of them. The one on the rooftop that Merle was on, I didn't like that one that much, but the Bicycle Girl one and the Red Machete one were my two favorites, and the Red Machete one was probably my favorite.
Was the Red Machete? Was that the storage unit one? Which one?
I don't.
There was one that took place at a storage unit.
I'm not sure.
Okay, it must.
I don't think it was a. I don't think it was a Red Machete one though, because that one was mostly like in the woods, right, Dustin?
Yeah, they did it. I know it was like the little girl had it, and it's kind of symbolic.
That's right.
We got passed around a lot, and then ended up
That's right.
at the church and everything. And Jimmy and I spent 2 years looking for the bag that was supposedly left in from some hidden clip. That
Oh wow.
on the director's cut of The Walking Dead. Jimmy's like, it's over here in this yard. We're out there with metal detectors looking for the darn thing.
Gotcha.
I thought I'd own it in real life instead of my makeshift one. But
Do y'all remember the one at the storage unit? Does that one ring a bell?
Is that the same one that I was talking about where they eventually make their way to the rooftop that Merle was on when he cut his arm off?
I don't remember them getting to the rooftop, because the thing about the storage unit, it looked like, spoiler alert, they ended up being like a storage unit for Rick's family, because there's a bunch of pictures, and it's pictures of Rick and Lori, and
Oh no, I don't remember that one, man.
I'll have to look that up, and I'll have to find it on YouTube.
I'm gonna see if I can find it here. I shared the link in the comments for the Red Machete one if anybody's never seen it.
I need to go back and watch that again. It's been a long time since I've seen these.
Yeah.
I was reading, I was finishing reading an article there.
Yeah, Maria's confirming storage unit. Thank you, Maria.
I have not, so I got to admit this. I don't know what you're talking about, the storage unit. I've got to totally watch it.
Yeah, it says it's called cold storage.
Cold storage. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know
I was
about
getting
this
nervous because I turned 44 earlier this year, so I was getting
8
nervous.
years ago. It was
Yeah,
8 years ago. I think that might be the one where they make it eventually to the rooftop
Gotcha. See, I don't remember Merle.
in Atlanta. You know what I'm talking? No, Merle wasn't there. He wasn't there. It was
that same rooftop.
It was
that
either
building?
before or after the gang from The Walking Dead found it. I mean, they weren't there or anything, but it was the same rooftop.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure.
I
I need to
vote,
find that one.
I vote we all go to the rooftop and do the podcast from there. That's what we need to do.
Hey,
I'm
we
down.
might could make that happen.
This is a sign. You got
down.
this. You got this, Stephen. Got this.
That building, it used to be the Norfolk Southern building, I think. They're redoing it now, making it like luxury condos and apartments and
Oh, wow.
all kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Is that bridge? The bridge is out, right?
Yeah, but they're rebuilding it as a pedestrian.
Oh, they are
bridge.
rebuilding it. Okay, cool.
That way you can walk from right there to the to the Mercedes-Benz Dome too, from over the,
perfect.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because the last time I saw it was gone, and I was pretty bummed, That's such an iconic Walking Dead scene.
It's been gone for about 3 years, but they're going to rebuild it. I hope they rebuild it kind of similar to how it was. Surely they will, since it was so old, and you know what I mean?
Okay. Hey, Sean Watts is in the comments. What's up, Sean?
They said they'll be in town for the camp.
Yeah, good. I can't wait to see you at the camp.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That's awesome.
Sean's a legacy person too.
Yeah, man. So we're pretty much wrapped. I think we're wrapped up with the episode. The last night's episode, and with the teasers of Here's Negan. Do you guys have any predictions based on what we're seeing? From the trailers, what's going to happen?
I'm just glad he's going to find Lucille. It looks like, and
That'd be cool.
And I didn't get to really watch the trailer, but did it show that it's at that tree with the window pane in it?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that scene.
I thought that's where it would be.
Yeah,
But no, I mean,
Scene in there.
yeah, I really hope that it's good. That's all I gotta say. I hope that it's good.
I hear it. Yeah, I'm confused by it because it looks like his wife is just ruthless, you know, and he almost looks timid. So I'm
that's what we've talked about before. Dustin brought that up, and I brought it up. I think we've all brought it up at one point, but I think they're gonna switch it like that. You know what I mean?
That's cool. Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but is it one of those things where it's the editing of the trailer trying to trick us? You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
And oddly enough, my boy Steven bringing this up again. It's awesome. So I had a talk today with somebody, and they brought up a good point. You've noticed that since Negan hasn't had Lucille, he's been weak. Okay, had moments that he wanted Maggie to kill him and different things. So what if in real life his wife is exactly like you guys say? She's more the ruthless one.
Ooh.
So Lucille the Bat, that gives him the energy and the persona that he needs to be that person that she was.
Whoa. That's interesting. I like that.
We had a pretty good discussion about that today. So that, yeah.
So
I saw the TikTok on the final Lucille a little bit early somehow, and I was so stoked. I had to pull off the side of the road and watch it 3 times. I love it.
Gotcha.
So let's take it to the next level. What if he finds the bat, or when he does find the bat, let's say next season something really big's got to happen, and we see the good Negan, but the brutal Negan too, like at the same time. Like he comes in just like a badass, you know what I'm saying? Since he's got Lucille back, like he comes in and saves the day, but in like a badass way.
I would totally take the hybrid and I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan could pull it off. I don't think. Like John Bernthal or Shane, I don't think you could have that hybrid character coming in. But I think they could do this with Negan. I think it could be a good closing point with the show. But I am interested in that. But I would take that character all day long. I have a man crush on Negan. I'm sorry. I have to confess it online.
Yeah, I do too.
The episode, they could show the entire episode of Negan playing Scrabble. And I would be like, that's the best episode ever. I love it.
Right. What if the flashback is kind of what he thought, but then they kind of show what really happened? So there's, you know what I mean? What if we're seeing mixed versions of what really happened?
Oh, that'd be cool too.
So I'm telling you, I think they're trying to trick us with that trailer. You know what I mean?
No, I'm still trying to figure out why he's handcuffed. That one picture.
Exactly.
Like, why is he handcuffed? And we were talking about, the whole IV thing, and Dustin brought up a good point about that, about like the sympathy thing, but how you sympathize with, the person you're taking care of and kind of go through the same things. But still, I don't know. It's just weird that he's handcuffed in that scene. Like,
yeah, they're messing with us. And our listeners, put some comments out there. What are your theories on what's going to happen?
Yeah, somebody said, wouldn't it be weird if Negan takes Rick's place?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I think it's starting to be
cool.
I mean, I got, him with Judith is just melts my heart, especially with the snowstorms. I can totally support. I'm never going to replace Rick, but I can see him being my go-to guy to lead our heroes into the apocalypse for Here on Yonder.
Right.
See, I was always more of a Daryl fan than a Rick fan. Like,
I was too.
I liked Rick, but I was more of a Daryl fan, like before Negan. And I gotta say, it's pretty tied between those two. With me.
Right. I miss their buddyship. You know what I mean? I miss Rick and Daryl, man.
Yeah,
man. Bros. They were bros, dude. Yeah. And it really explains why Daryl's been looking for him for 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, they were tight, man. And so it just shows that loyalty.
Somebody said, but will that fly with Maggie? Yeah, no, I don't think it would. But I was watching a video earlier, and I've seen a lot of chit chat about it. People are hating Maggie right now, and I mean, I don't hate her, but I can kind of see what they're saying. Like, how come she gets to come back from, you know, going her own way and then come in and make decisions? Even though, yeah, he killed her husband. That sucks really bad. But as we always say, you know, they killed some saviors first. And I mean, I don't know.
Right. And I mean, truthfully, I'll say it again for the 10th time. I've never liked her character. I can't get into it.
Oh, you never liked Maggie's character? Okay.
I think she is the most. I love her character now because of Little Glenn, that person. I love the character now. Like, I'm glad she's here because of that, and just seeing him sitting up in the tree, awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
The only thing I feel like that she has ever done this entire show is ride back on the horseback to tell Lori that Carl been shot. Okay. That's the only thing she's ever done that's beneficial. You know, I can't think of anything else that jumps out at me. You know, she didn't really mourn for Beth necessarily to the very end of the episode after Daryl was carrying her out. And I can't get into her character. So,
gotcha.
You know, I don't really care what her opinion is about Negan. She can go on back to whatever group she wanted to go join, and I'll be just fine without her.
Right. Yeah. Are we getting the impression she's even there to stay? You know,
I don't know. Yeah, that's
you know
a
what
good
I mean?
point.
I mean, yeah, I think she is, but yeah,
I gotcha.
She needs to know
It'll be
her.
interesting. So with this episode being a flashback, do you guys think there'll be a little cliffhanger to kind of get us ready for the last season?
Yeah, I think the cliffhanger is going to be. I think, and I'm not stealing this from a video I saw. I was thinking kind of the same thing, but I did see a video about it too. But I think it will be a cliffhanger because I think that from what I saw of the trailer, he like leaves with Carol, and I think that's Carol doing what Rick did for Carol whenever she like burned those people at the prison. She kind of she might be lying to him just to get him out of Alexandria, maybe before they decide they might want to kill him or something. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But but then at the end, it looks like, I don't know. I think they're going to come back there, and the last shot's going to be like Maggie looking at him like, you know what I mean? You're not knowing what she's really thinking, and that's going to be the cliffhanger is what's going to happen between the two. Like they're going to come face to face, but it's going to just cut out.
Right.
But you've got to, and hopefully the writers will understand this. You've got to have somebody like Negan in that group. You've got to have a Negan in every group, or you will not survive. It is that simple. Okay. So again, Maggie, leave Negan alone.
Yeah, I hope we get Dwight back because Dwight in the comics. Man, he was such a good dude with the Commonwealth, like his story arc in the Commonwealth. I'm not going to spoil anything just in case he does come back and they go that way. But he does some selfless things that really, really made me love that character in the comics. It's one of my favorite characters in the comics.
Gotcha. That's cool. Yeah, he seems to be doing well over there at Fear.
Yeah.
You know, they've been showing trailers for Fear, and he's definitely got a few scenes in there. So, yeah, that'd be interesting if he makes an appearance or something. That'd be cool.
I like, Casey, check out Jeff Wagner's comment, and I'll let you kind of lead with that. Let you introduce it and see what you think.
So Jeff says, I think she's going to take him to Leah's place because she knows Maggie will kill him, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She's lying because she's thinking Maggie might kill her. And that did look like Leah's cabin.
Interesting.
And then the article that I was reading this week,
That's
Leah being connected to the Reapers. I don't think we talked about that or mentioned it. But the pocket knife is symbolic to it. So you guys that want to read that, I'll put a link up when the show's done.
Okay.
There's a lot of hidden stuff here that I'm still confused. Somehow last tie into it, I just don't know how.
Right. Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to get any more Reapers, or they're just going to save that now for the season 11.
I mean, I want to see that group. I think that's the group I want to be a part of now. Because that day he came out of the woods and he just threw Daryl against the other. Like,
he did, dude. Like super soldiers.
He was super soldier. He done roided out.
Right.
But yeah, I think maybe next season.
Yeah, they'll probably save it. Because we got the leader. What's the leader's name? They said Pope, I think.
Pope.
So yeah, I can see them saving that for more. But it'd be kind of a cool cliffhanger just to see them, staking out Alexandria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of hint of what's coming. Cool.
Let me play you out a curveball question. I know.
Yeah, man.
It's my job to interrupt you all. So, back in the day, like X amount of time ago, we were all always talking about how these shows are going to merge together, and it comes into this big thing.
Mm-hmm.
How are we still feeling about that with what's going on with Walking Dead versus Fear the Walking Dead universe and Stephen bringing up Dwight? Do we still see that? Do we think they're still standalone now?
No, I don't know if Fear will keep going or not, but I do think that at least like Morgan and Dwight and maybe some of the others that film along the way will come to Alexandria or show them that lesson. I hope at least. They may go back to their story, that's a different story, like a separate story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for sure, but as far as about World Beyond, I think it's just supposed to end, and I don't think any of those will end or anything.
Right. I heard that was 2 years, like a miniseries.
Yeah. I hope that Fear and The Walking Dead do combine in some way before the end.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't want it at first, but now I kind of do.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I'm missing my Rick Grimes. I need some closure. I need some warm frou-frou feelings. Somebody's got to give me some warm frou-frou on these riders.
Amen, man.
No, how cool would it be if the finale, like I said, this big thing happens? You got Negan going Smo with Lucille, then all of a sudden Dwight and Morgan and somebody else shows up to help out with some big battle. And, they got Rick Grimes. How awesome would that be?
See
Right.
a big SWAT vehicle rolling in there sideways.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I hope, man. I just hope they go all out next season.
I do too.
I love this. I would love to see Rick. I'd love to see, Heath. Is he one of those stormtroopers in the Commonwealth?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's bring some people back.
He rips off his mask and you see him.
Right.
SWAT
Right.
vehicle through the door, and you got Rick coming in on the chopper playing Fortunate Son. Just
Yeah.
Right.
Michael Bay directed a couple of episodes.
Michael Bay. Right. And then the dumpster girl, right? Didn't she jump in the helicopter?
Yeah.
So, see, they just,
Some people.
right, just bring them all back, the ones that are alive, and yeah, let's go out with a bang,
And speaking of Javis, Pollyanna McIntosh, for those of you on the show here, she's had to cancel her appearance at the camp, which is very sad.
Oh, okay. I hate to hear that.
She's by far one of my most favorite human beings I've ever met. Great woman, but she's had to cancel due to a filming obligation. So I just thought I'd throw that in there for those of you that were fans of her.
Yeah. Unfortunate for the fans, but good for her. I mean, she's working.
Absolutely.
I'm breaking up bad.
Yeah, it was breaking up a little bit there. I don't know, maybe jump off and jump back in, or
I like Pam. We got all these comments, man. See, Georgia gave Maggie the key to the future, and you have Virginia with the key. I think Georgie is Virginia's boss. That's interesting. But the writers need to just hire everybody on the podcast.
I know, right?
Close this thing out.
It's a collective. We're the collective. We'll figure it out.
Is that any better? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So with me and Casey, I don't think Dustin was on there yet, but we were talking about Invincible. For all y'all watching that are Walking Dead fans, check it out. It's a good show. It's got a lot of Walking Dead voice actors. Don't get too attached to any of them, but
Right. And just so everyone knows, the main character, his name is Invincible. It's basically a superhero animated series, and it's based off Robert Kirkman's other popular comic series, Invincible, and Stephen Yeun actually voices the main character. And you may recognize some other voices, like Steven said, from The Walking Dead. So definitely worth checking out. Definitely not for the kids. Just a warning to you parents out there.
It's real. Speaking of that, it's real deceiving. Like at first, it seems like stick with it because it seems like your generic superhero story, which is what Kirkman was trying to do at first. Right. Is trying to make people think that, and then it just goes off into left field.
Right.
And I think we watched the second and third episode because it's on there too now, and it's still kind of building on that generic superhero stuff, but it's going to get really messed up. Like,
right. I think the first 3 episodes are out, Steven.
Yeah, we watched the first 3. It's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm. On Pro, because I was going to ask, what platform is it on?
Oh, yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime.
Invincible.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I was Steven because, I kind of was just, watching that first episode and I got towards the end there. And then, it just took a turn. I was like, oh, okay. This is different. So it's pretty cool.
Let me leave and come back. They say I'm still breaking up.
Yeah, it just started again, Steven.
All right, I'm going to hit leave studio and come back.
All right. We'll see you in a sec.
Casey, can I mess with him and tell him it's because of the negativity?
Right. AMC heard.
With all of my heart. When he throws out that Reaper stuff at me after I picked on him, I was like, man, can I have one moment?
Right.
I want to win something. Just let me win. I don't know. I'm this is the first time I got to say I'm really confused.
Right.
Going in between seasons. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if it's bad. At least I got to say that it's not like with the Negan episode of Who Did He Kill? I'm not sitting here watching it 3,000 times.
Right.
Following every algorithm to see who died.
Right.
So that's a positive. But, yeah. So.
I hear you. Yeah, Linda was saying there's a trailer for season 11, something about a courtroom. I haven't seen that. Hey, Steven.
We miss you.
Can you hear me better now, you think?
You're coming in clear here.
Okay. I put it in a different little USB port, so maybe that was the problem.
Gotcha. Dustin thinks AMC's watching and didn't like your negativity, so I'm messing with you.
Maybe so. I wouldn't doubt it.
We were brothers. It was all love, but we're like Negan, man. They shut that shit down, microphone and all.
I hear you.
I like them. It wasn't me.
Linda's got me intrigued now about this courtroom.
Yeah, I haven't seen this trailer. Yeah.
Tell us what this. I have not saw this.
What is it?
There's the gavel. It's a joke.
Linda in the comments was saying there's a season 11 trailer.
I saw a breakdown video about it. You said something about Judge Yumiko.
Yeah, something about a courtroom, she said.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to definitely look that up right after the show.
I'm looking it up right now, man.
Okay.
Oh, it says it.
Come on.
It says it just shows the gavel at the. So it's in the W and D was like an interrogation room.
Oh, okay. No.
Second one was something on it. It was like graffiti.
You broke up there, Steven. But I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look that up.
Would you like to go back now, Stephen, and talk about how much you loved Carol and Dog's bonding moments with the rat, so that way maybe your mic will work? Again, he's technically.
He's trying. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I know.
Well, it's like with mine, like all of a sudden that weird feedback and the show was off.
Right.
At all, like my email account was open. That was it. That was weird.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's always when you go live or try to do a live meeting, Internet works fine until you're live.
Yeah, anybody that wants to check out the trailer, Linda's got it put up in the Walking Dead is Freaking Amazing group on Facebook, which any of you guys that are not members of that group, please go and join. It is filled every day with Walking Dead photos and interaction with people that have this same love for the show that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Please join that group. I'm going to go there and watch it as soon as this show's over.
That's right. I see you're back, Steven. Can we hear you? Oh, no. No, he's frozen.
I kind of want to like screenshot him right there and put some funny faces.
Oh, man. Yeah. It could be a router issue.
And it's the truth
How
of
it is.
it's I think up closer to where I live, because we've been having the storm got up this far, but it was absolutely horrible. It was like hell and wind. This like I've never saw nothing like it where I live at. I saw
Right. That's crazy.
I don't know some of the main hubs that go down from my part of Tennessee down towards his. They're
Right.
some of those are working on stuff. It's been crazy all day. I like
Right.
this morning. I hadn't had a voicemail in 3 days. I'm like, nobody's calling me, and all of a sudden,
Oh, wow.
through. So,
Yeah, it's crazy because, I'm about 3 or 4 hours south, and, I mean, we didn't have any bad weather, so I don't know. That was just, and I just found out through Facebook, because all my Walking Dead friends are posting pictures, and then, Jimmy was posting that live feed. That lightning was crazy.
yeah.
Hey, Steven.
I don't know what's happening.
It might just be a router thing.
Yeah,
You know how it is.
right. I'll try to get through.
Going after.
Linda thinks she found it there, so thank you, Linda, for the link. We'll have to check that out.
Absolutely. But, I don't know. I'm intrigued, though. I'm interested to see what happens. I want to have faith that it's all going to tie up in a nice little bow for me.
I know, right?
But I don't know how they could. I'm so off track with it. It's like, how are you going to do this? If they do it, I'm really impressed. Okay.
I hear you. Steven, you saying something about a trivia story before we got the show going tonight.
Oh, no, I was talking about doing trivia with Jimmy, but dang, I forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh, I was saying something about, we were talking about telemarketers.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah.
I thought you said you had an experience or something.
No, somebody called the hotel and said that, asked me if they could put their fish in the bathtub.
What?
It's just a total random story. And I was like, no. And they were like, well, can you talk to the manager? I was like, I'll let you talk to him, but you ain't gonna be able to put your fish in the bathtub. And it was like a podcast, and they were making calls. I don't know what it was. It was like a prank call, but it didn't
They were
work.
prank calling? Oh,
It didn't work.
Right. Oh, man, that's crazy.
And it wasn't an interesting story.
That is fun. You ruined their show.
That's who's hacking Steve's internet. Now we know the truth. That's who's hacking the internet now.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
If we let them get the damn goldfish in the tub, and your stuff would have been working. But hey,
They're getting revenge.
so the Commonwealth, they're attacking.
And how's the new go-kart or golf cart working out for Water Tower Tours?
It's doing great, man. I'm starting to really love it. It's big.
Yeah,
really
it
big.
looks like a limo. I've never seen
Yeah.
a stretched golf cart.
I don't think I even said anything about it last show. We just got it about 2 weeks ago, and
Gotcha.
yeah, it holds 8, and it's done really great so far.
Nice.
I'm totally
Nice.
going to take a nap on it when I'm down there. It looks very comfy.
Yep.
Y'all
And
are
I definitely want to do a tour on it.
Yeah, it's fun. I like driving it around there.
Very cool.
I'm not messing up.
All right, boys, we're wrapping up. Do you guys have anything before we wrap up?
No, just guys, continue to keep Jimmy in your prayers.
Mm-hmm.
Everything going to go the course it needs to go, And as always, thank each and every one of you for taking time to spend the time with us in the week. We love and appreciate you. And those of you in Georgia and everywhere else that got hit by the tornadoes, you're in our thoughts and prayers as well. If there's anything we can do to help. And that's about all I got, guys.
Yep. How about you, Steven?
Just ready to see everybody at the camp.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
2 months away.
Yeah.
Is it today? Is that right? Is that what my phone said? 2 months away today.
Yep. 2
Sounds
months.
about right, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the weekend of Memorial Day. So I think Memorial Day is what, on Monday? So it's whatever that Thursday before on through Monday.
We just got done announcing Sabrina Giuliano again. The kid from Stranger Things. I can't think of his name. Top of my head. But yeah, some of you guys so go to the camp's Facebook page.
Yes.
We keep adding. So it's going to be an epic time. If you're not there, you're going to miss out.
Yep. We'll be there. All right. I just want to give a huge shout out to our Patreon supporters. Thank y'all for backing us. It really helps out the show. Our sponsors tonight, we have Walking Dead Harrison Tours, Watertown Tours, Auto Wraps Plus, Abraham's Army. This is the one of the shirts actually from Abraham's Army. Got his logo right here. Great quality t-shirts. So keep it up, Chris. The camp is a sponsor. You got one too? Yeah.
I need a new t-shirt, Chris, not to interrupt your
Right.
my t-shirt got thieved. It got stolen.
What?
I need a new one. Yeah. A buddy of mine, we were in Texas together. Kurt, that works security with us, he lives in Kansas, but we met up in Texas. And he's like, "Add some podcast shirt." I'm just taking it and just walked out there with it. So I need a new shirt with a couple stickers. If you guys can hook your boy up, that'd be great.
Me too.
So
Definitely.
yeah.
Oh, Steven, you haven't got yours yet?
No, I ain't got anything. I need a shirt and
All
some
right, you
stickers.
gotta use your shirt, man. Yeah, no, it's good. I forget what brand of shirt he uses, but it's nice. You know, it's real comfy.
I need a sticker
And,
for the golf
his-
cart.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
And whatever he used I don't think he does iron on. He does something. He really gets that that vinyl on there or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on there, man. So quality stuff. We also have Survive the Night as a sponsor. The Walking Dead is freaking amazing. Good peeps out there. And Full Circle Toys, that's our new sponsor that joined us last week. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for sponsoring the show.
And then I think in Horror Nation, that group.
Mm-hmm.
Horror
I
Group
think that might
Nation?
be one,
Yes. I need to add that to my list. Thank you for bringing that up, Steven.
Steve, keeping us in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to.
Keeping us in line.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, it's been great. Thank you all for listening. And be sure to check out, we got several links out there. We got the web series out there to check out, the season 11 trailer. So I got a lot of homework to do after this. All right, so this is Casey. Y'all have a good night.
Steven, see you later.
See you.